Holy Sri Gajanan Swami ki jai. Welcome devotees to our first Sunday morning service for this year, 2024. The second service for the year, of course. New Year's morning was the first one. So the journey continues. Blessings. Welcome to each and every one of you. We begin, as is customary, with our opening prayer. So let's assume an attitude of prayer that we join together. Hari Om Tat Sat Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah Om Shri Saraswatyai Namah Om Shanno Mitraha Shamvarunah Shanno Bhavata Aryama Shanna Indro Brihaspati Shanno Vishnu Rurukrama Namo Brahmani Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmahamavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu Maham Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Holy Sri Gajanan Swami ki jai. Bajaiye, please be seated, devotees. We will proceed with our chaupais, followed by Bara Akshar Mantra, while puja will be done by Mohan. प्रवेशी नगर कीजिए सब काज हृदय रखी कौशल राज रथ चरिसिया सहित भाई चले बही अवध ही शिर नारी जहाँ के सुमिरन तेरी नाश नामश तू हर वेद प्रकाश विश्वभरण पोषण कर जोई आकर नाम भरत अस होई जब तेरा राम जब तेरा ब्याही सखा धर्म असरथ जाकी जीत न कहन कतहूरी की जय राम श्री राम, जय राम श्री राम, जय जय राम श्री राम, जय राम जय जय राम राम जय जय सीता राम जय जय राम। वह शोभा जो समझ सुख कहत न बने खगेश, वरने शारद शेष सुती सोरस जान महेश सिया पति रामचंद्र की जय शरणम। वंदो पवन कुमार खलबन पावक ज्ञान घना, जासु हृदय आगर बस ही राम शरचप धरा। बोलिए श्री रामचंद्र की जय। 12 अक्षर मंत्र। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो 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 भगवते वासुदेवाय। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। वासुदेवाय। बोले श्री वासुदेव भगवान की जय। Take flowers, we concentrate on Nagin Devta. You offer your prasadam so already? Concentrate on Nagin Devta. Om Jai Agindev. Om Ang Jwalit Mukhe Arun Mata Varun Pita. Shandil Gotra Pavakanam Agni Devai Namostute. Om Agach Deva Devesha Tejo Rashi Jagatpate Kriyamanang Maya Pujang Grihan Surasattama. Om Nana Ratna Samayuktam Kartaswara Vibhushitam Asanam Deva Devesha Prichartam Pratigrihitam. Agin Devaya Nama Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. Offer water 3 times. Om Sarva Papaharang Dibyam. Offer it on the belief. Gangeyang Ditmalam Jalam Iti Achmanyam. Alright, so we do Havan. Gayatri Mantra, everybody. Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. Om Prajapati Swaha. Idam Prajapati Idam Namama. Om Indrai Swaha. Idam Indrai Idam Namama. Om Agni Swaha. Idam Agni Idam Namama. Om Sumai Swaha. Idam Sumai Idam Namama. Om Bhu Swaha. Idam Agni Idam Namama. Om Bhuva Swaha. Idam Vaivi Idam Namama. Om Swaha Swaha. Idam Suryai Idam Namama. Gajanan. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha.
Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha.
Om Hrim Shrim Chandikaya Namah.
Om Hrim Shrim Chandikaya Namah Swaha. 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 Om Hrim Shrim Chandikaya Namah Swaha.
Kalima. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha.
Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyai
Mahalakshmi Ma. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha.
Om Shri Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha.
Saraswati Ma.
Om Shri Hrim Saraswati Swaha. Om Shri Hrim Saraswati Swaha. Om Shri Hrim ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं सरस्वत्यै स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं सरस्वत्यै
ओम
स्वाहा
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा 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 ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
नारायण। ओम नमो भगवते नारायणाय स्वाहा।
ॐ नमो भगवते नारायणाय स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते नारायणाय स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते नारायणाय स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते नारायणाय
सूर्य नारायण स्वामी। ओम श्री सूर्याय नमः स्वाहा।
ॐ श्री सूर्याय नमः स्वाहा 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 ॐ श्री सूर्याय नमः स्वाहा
ओम नमः शिवाय।
ॐ नमः शिवाय स्वाहा 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय स्वाहा
ओम श्री अग्निदेवाय स्वाहा। इष्टदेवाय स्वाहा। कुलदेवाय स्वाहा। अष्टांगदेवाय स्वाहा। ग्रामदेवाय स्वाहा। वास्तुदेवाय स्वाहा। सर्वदेवता सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। Everybody leave there. मृत्युंजय मंत्र जाप। Yeah. So everybody will join together, normal, old beach mantra. बोलिए श्री उमापति महादेव की जय। ओम हौम ओम जूम ओम सह।
ॐ भूर् ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षयमामृतात् ॐ स्वः ॐ भुवः ॐ भूर् ॐ सः ॐ जूं ॐ हौं ॐ नमः शिवाय
स्वाहा।
ॐ हौं ॐ जूं ॐ सः ॐ भूर् ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षयमामृतात् ॐ स्वः ॐ भुवः ॐ भूर् ॐ सः ॐ जूं ॐ हौं
ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा।
ॐ हौं ॐ जूं ॐ सः ॐ भूर् ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षयमामृतात् ॐ स्वः ॐ भुवः ॐ भूर् ॐ सः ॐ जूं ॐ हौं ॐ नमः शिवाय स्वाहा ॐ हौं ॐ जूं ॐ सः ॐ भूर् ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षयमामृतात् ॐ स्वः ॐ भुवः ॐ भूर् ॐ सः ॐ जूं ॐ हौं ॐ नमः शिवाय स्वाहा ॐ हौं ॐ जूं ॐ सः ॐ भूर् ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षयमामृतात् ॐ स्वः ॐ भुवः ॐ भूर् ॐ सः ॐ जूं ॐ हौं ॐ नमः शिवाय स्वाहा ॐ हौं ॐ जूं ॐ सः ॐ भूर् ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यामामृतात् ॐ स्वाहा ॐ भुवः ॐ भूः ॐ सः ॐ जुः ॐ हौं ॐ नमः शिवाय स्वाहा ॐ हौं ॐ जुः ॐ सः ॐ भूर् ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यामामृतात् ॐ स्वाहा ॐ भुवः ॐ भूर् ॐ सः ॐ जुः ॐ हौं ॐ नमः शिवाय स्वाहा ॐ हौं ॐ जुः ॐ सः ॐ भूर् ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यामामृतात् ॐ स्वाहा ॐ भुवः ॐ भूर् ॐ सः ॐ जुः ॐ हौं ॐ नमः शिवाय स्वाहा ॐ हौं ॐ जुः ॐ सः ॐ भूर् ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यामामृतात् ॐ स्वाहा ॐ भुवः ॐ भूर् ॐ सः ॐ जुः ॐ हौं ॐ नमः शिवाय स्वाहा ॐ हौं ॐ जुः ॐ सः ॐ भूर् ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यामामृतात् ॐ स्वाहा ॐ भुवः ॐ भूर् ॐ सः ॐ जुः ॐ हौं ॐ नमः शिवाय स्वाहा ॐ हौं ॐ जुः ॐ सः ॐ भूर् ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यामामृतात् ॐ स्वाहा ॐ भुवः ॐ भूर् ॐ सः ॐ जुः ॐ हौं ॐ नमः शिवाय स्वाहा.
Take some neem leaf. All right. You put on the four sides of the fire. Eastern side first. Namaschandikaya swaha. Cream kaliyai namaswaha. This side. All right. Lakshmi Mata bhyo namo namaswaha. Previous and up. Srim Rim Saraswatyai swaha. Offer some Google sugar, black tea, mix up everything. Sarva Devata Sarva Devi bhyo namo namah swaha. Sprinkle around. Right. Achman 3 times. Om Sarva Papaharang Dibyam Gangeyang Didmalam Jalam Achmanang Chamaya Dattam Gritam Purushotamaha. Take a flower and fan the fire towards the murtis 5 times. Banaspati Rasud Bhuto Gandhadhyo Gandhya Uttama Agreyang Sarvadevanang Dhupoyam Pratigrihitam Dhupam Samarpayami. Bow to the flame. All right, pick up the prasad. Leave the one for the Havan on one side. This one for Lord Ganesh. Put a bit in the fire. Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Offer to Lord Ganesh. Gajanan Swami Naivedyam Samarpayami. Sharkara Khandakhadyani Dadhi Chir Hitani Cha. Aharam Bhaksha Bhojam Cha. Naivedyam Pratigrihitam. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Bole Shri Gajanan Swami ki jai. Leave it, you put the flowers, right. Take the one for Devi. Offer some mini fire. Namaschandikaya swaha. Again, Mahanyapurna Devi swaha. Offer it. Durgama Naivedyam Samarpayami. Sarkara Khandakhadyani Dadhi Chir Hitani Cha. Aharam Bhaksha Bhojam Cha Naivedyam Pratigrihitam. Om Namaschandikaya. Offer it. Touch it to the Murti bow. Bole Shri Gajanan Swami ki jai. Offer the flowers. Take the next one for Shivaji. Offer it within the fire. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Mahadev Baba Naivedyam Samarpayami. Sharkara Khandakhadyani Dadhi Chir Hitani Cha. Aharam Bhaksha Bhojam Cha Naivedyam Pratigrihitam. Har Har Mahadev. Om Namah Shivaya. All right. Take flowers and we concentrate on Lakshmi Mata. Om Namostestu Mahamaya Sepithe Surpujite Shankha Chakra Gadahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Lakshmi Karotu Kalyanam Arogyam Sukha Sampadam Mama Shatru Vinashaya Depa Jyotir Namostute. Siddheshwari Mahalakshmi Mata Namo Namaha. Put everybody the hand up. Boliye Shri Mahalakshmi Mata ki. Devotees, this morning we are going to take a discourse from Sri Ramcharitamanas of Goswami Tulsidas. Before we go there, let's concentrate on Bhagwan Sri Ram. Simple Kirtanam. Hey Ram, 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 Bole. Ram, 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 Bole. Ram Bole, Ram Bole. Ram Bole, Ram Bole. Ram, 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 Ram Bole. Oh Ram, 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 Ram Bole. Ram, 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 Nanda Rama. Ram, 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 Nanda Rama. Ram, 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 Paramdhama. Ram, 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 Paramdhama. Ram, 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 Sukhadhama. Ram, 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 Sukhadhama. Ram, 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 Bole. Ram Bole, Ram Bole. Ram Bole, Ram Bole. Hey Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Bole. Oh Ram Bole. Oh Ram Bole. Now devotees, the name of the Lord is very, very powerful. And we have been told chanting that name brings a lot of success for us under all circumstances. Now there are many different names of the Lord, we all know that. But one that is very, very common but is very, very powerful is that mantra. It is how we greet each other. Sitaram. Sitaram is a simple mantra. And we are told that this mantra can be chanted under any circumstances, no restrictions. But the power of it is indescribable. Sri Ram is Brahm. Ram, Brahm Paramarti Rupa. Avigat Alak Anadi Anupa. He is the infinite. Sagun Brahm, but he is infinite, Nirgun. Sita Mata is his Shakti. Shiva and Shakti Brahman Shakti coexist. They cannot be separated. So when we say Sita Ram devotees, we are actually surrendering and identifying with that infinite together with the energy. If one is unable to even learn difficult mantras, whatever have you, but in all humility, sincerity, with faith, belief, you chant this name, this Mahaman Sitaram, miracles take place. Devotees, the advice is given to us to chant that name Sitaram. And the sages in their infinite wisdom have helped us to make it part of our life by just using it as a greeting. As a greeting. We say Sitaram to each other. But in the process of so doing, so many good things could happen. Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram kahiye, jahi vidhi rakhe Rama, jahi vidhi rakhe Rama, kahi vidhi rahiye. Sitaram, Sitaram. Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram kahiye, jahi vidhi rakhe Rama, jahi vidhi rakhe Rama, kahi vidhi rahiye. Sitaram, Sitaram. में हो राम नाम, राम सेवा हाथ में, तू अकेला नाही प्यारे, राम तेरे साथ में। विधि का विधान जान, विधि का विधान जान, अभिमान तो फिर मान न पाएगा, होगा प्यारे वही जो श्री राम जी को भाएगा। फल आशा त्याग शुभ, फल आशा त्याग शुभ, काम करते रहिए। जिंदगी की डोर सौंप हाथ दीननाथ की, महलों में राखे चाहे झोपड़ी में बास दे। धन्यवाद निर्विवाद, धन्यवाद निर्विवाद, राम राम कहिए। सीताराम 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 कहिए। जाहि विधि राखे राम, जाहि विधि राखे राम, ताहि विधि रहिए। सीताराम आशा एक राम जी से दूजी आशा छोड़ दे, नाता एक राम जी से दूजे नाता तोड़ दे। साधु संग राम रंग, साधु संग राम रंग, अंग अंग रंगे। राम रस त्याग प्यारे, राम रस पगी, जाहि विधि राखे रामा, जाहि विधि राखे रामा, ताहि विधि रही। सीताराम 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 कहिए, जाहि विधि राखे रामा, जाहि विधि राखे रामा, ताहि विधि रही। सीताराम 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 सीताराम। So devotees, Mukh mein Ram, let the name of Sri Ram be on the tongue. Ram seva heart mein, serve that master. Just remember, you are not alone, never alone. Why? Ram tere saath mein, that Lord is always with you. And who is that Lord, devotees? Where is that Lord? How is that Lord always with you? Ram hai Atma. Ram hai Atma. Ram is Atma. As a matter of fact, we may think duality, Ram is with me. But essentially, philosophically, Aham Brahmasmi. I am divinity. So devotees, what we are told, understand this, that Lord is a constant companion, you should put it like that. Do what you have to do, carry out all your duties efficiently to the best of your ability. Hani labh sahi. There's a world of duality. There are times when things good, success will come. There are times when failure will come. The poets are telling us, Hani labh sahi. Bear whatever it is, whether success, whether failure, but be with the stable-minded equanimity. And don't forget, we have mentioned that fortitude is the ability to bear grief. Don't allow any sort of false pride to come to the mind. Humility conquers the world. That Lord, He's a cosmic ego. We can be compared to Him. Who are we? What are we? Keep that ego under control. Be humble, humility. Develop that love. For that Lord, be totally dependent upon Him. And you are entitled to the actions, but not to the fruits thereof. Phal asha tyag. Hope, expectations of fruits, etc., give it up. Just keep doing what you have to do. Shubh kaam karte rahiye. Remain in that state. In this way, you will not be exposed to disappointment. Everything is in the hand of that Supreme Lord, devotees. He is a giver, He is a taker. Whether we live in a palace or we live in a hut, wherever we live, that Lord is the essential factor in our lives. Give praises to Him. Sing His glories. If you have to have hope and expectation at all, it will be on the Sri Ram, the Lord. Asha ek Ram ji se, duji asha tur de. Give up expectation on anything otherwise. You'll be disappointed. Nata ek Ram ji se. There is one relationship that we should have. One, ek. Nata ek Ram ji se. Duji nata tur de. Break other relationships. They are fickle and fade, temporary. They cause pain. Sadhu Sangha, Ramarang. The sadhus, they carry the color of the Lord, so to speak, to put it simply. They live the right life, the right practices, right principles, right philosophy. Serving them, taking care of them, bonding with them, actually color yourself in the same way. What you need to do? Give up desires. Calm. Remember we mentioned calm, that desire, sunk, association, attachment, what it does. Desire is unfulfilled, attachment brings desire, desire unfulfilled leads to anger, anger leads to delusion, delusion leads to loss of memory, loss of intellect, and loss of intellect, reasoning power, self-destruction. So what we are told, don't put yourself on this pathway. We put ourselves here. So what? Give up all that. If there is any one desire one should have, is to seek that Lord. Relentlessly pursue Him. And by chanting Ram, Ram, Sita Ram, we get closer and closer to Him. Now devotees, this human body that's given to us is unique. There are 8,400,000 species of creation, 84 lakh yoni. And many of us, we don't really pay much attention to it in the way that we are supposed to. This is a wonderful vehicle that we have. It is second to none. Now, my saying so may not impact so much on the mind. I'm going to go into Ramayana and we listen to what Sri Ram had to say about this. Sri Ram, devotees, he became Raja Ram, the king of Ayodhya, and wanting to teach and to set the examples for his devotees, time and again he would speak with them. So this part of Ramayana here is referred to as Sri Ram's Gita. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Sri Ram Gita, we know of Bhagavad Gita. This is Sri Ram's Gita. There's Devi Gita, Shiv Gita, Ganesh Gita. All the different aspects of divinity, when they speak the teachings they give to us, we call all those teachings a Gita, a divine song. So devotees, we will take it from this point simply, not too many chaupai, just one or two. Sri Ram, Raja Ram, the king of Ayodhya Puri. One day, Sri Ram decided that he wanted to speak with his disciples. Yaghivalak Muni is relating to Bharadwaj, Kagbhushan to Garuji, Tulsidas. Very beautiful youth. A Shiva also relates to Goddess Parvati. एक बार रघुनाथ बुलाए गुरु द्विज पुरवासी सब आए। बैठे गुरु रामा, बैठे गुरु द्विज मुनि सहजन, बोले बचन भक्त भय भंजन। जय राम श्री रामा, जय राम श्री राम, जय जय राम श्री राम, जय राम, जय जय राम राम, जय जय सीता राम, जय जय राम। ब्रह्मा जी के बुलाने पर गुरु ब्राह्मण और सब पुरवासी आए। गुरु शेष ब्राह्मण मुनि सज्जन बैठे। तब भक्तों के भय दूर करने वाले रघुनाथ जी वचन बोली। यहाँ प्रजा पर दयालुता प्रकट की है। On a particular occasion, devotees, Sri Ram, Raja Ram, he sent out an invitation to the inhabitants of Ayodhya Puri, to his guru, to the holy men. He invited them all. He wanted to have some words with them. He wanted to say something to them as the king. At the appointed time, the guru came. The foremost of the holy men, they all came there. All those blessed ones to be in the presence of the divine. The devotees, they all came. And so the setting was right. Sri Ram wanted to speak to his devotees. Sri Ram devotees, who is Sri Ram? Bhakton ka bhai dur karne wale. That Lord is the one who removes the fear from the hearts of his devotees. He is Bhakta Bhai Bhanjan. Now these words shouldn't be just words that we hear. Bhakta Bhai Bhanjan. The Lord takes away the fears of his devotees. In life we have all different types of fears. But whether we know it or not, the biggest fear is the fear of transmigration. To lose the human form and to descend this ladder of creation. If the human form is the highest, other forms come below this. So to lose that human form, as we say, is the greatest fear. Transmigration, where the soul loses the human form to go to lower forms, forms of repentance. So here, the Lord can remove that fear. And what about minor fears? Once the Lord is with me, why should I fear? As the Lord said, why fear when I am here? So this Sri Ram devotees, he wanted to speak to his disciples. And doing this, what was the intent behind it? What was the attitude behind it? यह प्रजा पर दयालुता प्रकट की है, out of compassion for his devotees. When one would give good advice, speak good words, not based upon selfishness, etc., just for the benefit of someone or for all, that dayaluta is the right attitude to have. So Sri Ram, he is the supreme. He wants to give advice to all his disciples, and the intent would be to, well, out of compassion, help them on the pathway of life, the journey towards self-realization. Self-realization. So devotees, Sri Ram spoke to them. What did he say?
सुनहु सकल गुरु जनम कहो न कछु ममता नहीं नीति नहीं कछु प्रभुताई राम सुनहु करहु जो तुम ही सुहाई राम नहीं नीति कछु नहीं प्रभुताई सुनहु करहु जो तुम ही सुहाई।
Sunahu sakal purajanma mabani. Listen to my words, O inhabitants of Ayodhya Puri, हे पूर्ववासियों, तुम सब मेरी वाणी सुनो. Now, he is emphasizing the attitude with which he is saying it. कहो न कछु ममता उरा आनी. मैं कुछ ममता से यह वचन तुमसे नहीं कहता हूँ. I am not saying this, what I am going to say, with any sort of attachment, any sort of other kind of motive. Nahi aniti. I am not going to say that which is unlawful, which is wrong. Nahi kuch prabhutai. I am not going to say this, what I am going to say, because I am the king and imposing upon you. No. Sunahu karaho jo tum hi suhai. So I want you to listen to what I am going to say, and you have a choice. If it appeals to you, then take it and put it into practice. Democracy, right, devotees? Not imposing what you feel, what you believe upon others, or what you want upon others. Very difficult to differentiate, eh? Very difficult. We all say, and put things that we want. I want it, so I want it, so I want it, so. There's certainly we have selfishness. But Sri Ram is saying, I'm not speaking with this kind of attitude. I'm not saying anything that is unlawful. I'm not pulling rank on you. I'm not saying with any sort of attachment. But you have that freedom also. Analyze. And devotees, we all have what they call antahakaran, the inner equipment. Manas, buddhi, ahankar. The inner equipment with which we're supposed to sift everything we hear, analyze everything we hear, and then make decisions whether we're going to follow or not. All right? We have explained this before. Manas, buddhi, ahankar. Right? Manas, an idea, the mind, the inner equipment, an idea comes to you. Okay? Okay, let me go temple, to use the example. Let me go temple. The buddhi begins to analyze, why should I go temple? Now there is part of the antahakara also called chit, which is memory, past experience stored up. So if the buddhi analyzes, but it has to use the experience of chit. Why should I go to the temple? Why? Because this is to my benefit, whatever the reasons. Why shouldn't I go? Whatever the reasons. The experience, the chit will tell you that. And then you go or you don't go, that is the ahankar, the I. I went to temple, I didn't go to temple. Now, whether we know it or not, all of us, we think along these kind of lines, but some of us do it unconsciously, unwittingly, and we make wrong decisions because the buddhi is not very trained properly. Ahankar perhaps dominate. The mind could be weak. But this is a process that we're supposed to undergo, all of us, in making any decision in life. Any decision. Manas, buddhi, ahankar, and chit must be based upon previous experience. So this is why Bhagwan Sri Ram is saying, listen, if it appeals to you, meaning what? Not a feeling nice about it only. Acha lage, mean that you have analyzed it, and you have weighed it carefully, and you realize it is making sense, it is practical, then suno, listen to it carefully, or karu, undo it. But in other words, what I'm saying, Sri Ram is saying, don't follow blindly. Analyze it. Analyze it. And devotees, we have always heard, about this opinion being imposed upon people. Matalab kai se duniya mein man soch samajh kar chalna hai. The bhajan says, we have to be very, very careful as we go through the corridors of life. Matalab kai se duniya mein. In this world, there are all types of opinions that are expressed. As it is said, like going to a marketplace. You have the bhaji sellers. Everybody have the bhaji for sale. Everybody feel the bhaji is the best. Which one would you buy? Which one would you buy? Devotees, just to break the talk, this bhajan, highly philosophical. It's a bit of advice to us as we go through life. Again, I'll do as Sri Ram would say, if it makes sense, follow it. If not, but it is for the benefit of all. The bhajan says,
मतलब का इस दुनिया में मन सोच समझ कर चलना है, पाप पुण्य का भेज समझ ले, पाप पुण्य का भेज समझ ले, इस जग से निकलना है, सोच समझ कर चलना है. When we listen carefully, we make right choices, we perform actions. But basically, there are two seeds we plant. तुलसी काया खेत है मनसा भये किसान, पाप पुण्य दो बीज है बोए सोली निदान. The body is like a field, the mind is the farmer, and there are two seeds we plant, pap or punya, the seeds of sin or the seeds of virtue. And that depends, what we do depends upon the decision we make, the options that we exercise, how carefully we analyze what choices we make. It is all dependent on the choice of the individual. But to do that, मतलब कैसे दुनिया में मना सोच समझ कर चलना है. Think carefully. Don't jump at the first thing you hear. Analyze closely. मतलब का इस दुनिया में मना सोच समझ कर चलना, मन सोच समझ कर चलना है. पाप पुण्य का भेज समझ ले, पाप पुण्य का भेज समझ ले, इस जग से निकलना है, सोच समझ कर चलना है. मतलब का इस दुनिया में मन सोच समझ कर चलना है. नारायण है सब घट घट में, सबके सहारा दे संकट में. नारायण है सब घट घट में, सबके सहारा दे संकट में. पूजा कर ले सद्गुर धर ले, पूजा कर ले सद्गुर धर ले, इस जग से निकलना है, सोच समझ कर चलना है. मतलब का इस दुनिया में मन सोच समझ कर चलना. इसी जग में तू सुमिरन कर ले, दीप जाप का तन मन धर ले. इसी जग में तू सुमिरन कर ले, दीप जाप का तन मन धर ले. मोह माया से बच कर रहना, मोह माया से बच कर रहना, फिर पछताना है, सोच समझ कर चलना है. मतलब का इस दुनिया में मन सोच समझ कर चलना है. पाप पुण्य का भेज समझ ले, पाप पुण्य का भेज समझ ले, इस जग से निकलना है, सोच समझ कर चलना है. मतलब का इस दुनिया में मन सोच समझ कर चलना है. So devotees, we are recognizing that there are these two seeds that we can plant. We need to be informed properly before we make decisions. And so The sages tell us, perform your puja, the right kind of actions, have your guru, worship the divine master, don't stray, don't. All these, the principles we have been hearing about devotees. And where are we going to do that? It is in this world. Isi jag mein, sumiran kar le. Deep jap ka, perform, jap, do light your diya, whatever, these practices you do. All these help, simiti, to bring a sort of enlightenment into the mind so you can make right choices. But if you make wrong choices, with the kind of bombardment that we have on all sides with different ideas and opinions, we can very well become lost. But Sri Ram is showing us, you're free to choose whatever. But jaisa karni, vaisa bharni. You are responsible for your choices. Everybody, each person. And you can't blame anybody, you shouldn't. But of course, normally people blame. You make wrong choices and you blame the world. That is stupidity. And what can we say? Murkhasya aushadhi nasti. There is no cure for stupidity. Absolutely no cure. Sri Ram recognized that and he has given us that freedom. Make choices. But it doesn't mean to say that if I go against what he's saying that I am right. I make my choice. It doesn't make me right. But what he's saying here, soi sevak priyatam mama soi. But that individual who listens to what I preach, who follows my teachings, what I'm putting to you, right? वही मेरा सेवक और प्रियतम प्यारा है जो मेरी आज्ञा को मानेगा. That person who listens to what I preach, who follows the principles, that person is very, very near and dear to me. Beloved of mine. So yes, you're free to make choices. If you think you know more, go ahead. But if it is going across, cutting across the teachings of the Lord, then just remember this. You're not close to Him. You wouldn't be. But if you follow what He's saying, because He has already stated, I'm not speaking this out of any sort of attachment, any sort of a hidden motive. I'm not pulling rank. I'm not saying that which is unlawful, unprincipled. So He established that already. And who is Sri Ram? He's the King. He's the Lord manifest. So you have to understand what He says is authoritative, as opposed to what anybody else may say, based upon their own emotions, what colors their mind. And many people give opinion and whatever because your mind is colored. They don't like something, they don't like this, they don't like that, they give the opinion. Hardly ever is anybody in a state of equanimity, stability of mind to see what is principle and live by that. The Lord doesn't make that mistake. And when there's spirituality, devotees in the individual, that individual also lives like that. Lives like that. This is why, if I may add, you don't take advice from each and any kind of person. And not anybody who professes to be a spiritualist, you take advice from him either. You have to know the background. You have to know the background. Here, devotee, we come back to Sri Ram. He's saying, you also have that right. If you believe what I'm going to say to you is not right, then you have that right to stand up and say that this is not right. But don't just stand up and criticize it. Present the alternative. Show me how it's wrong. Point out how it's wrong. What is the alternative? So in other words, you talk for talking's sake. That I don't like this and I don't like that. You feel that is good enough for you. No, that's not. Why? This is why I keep saying there's always the why. You don't just jump to conclusions and say, I feel so. That is not a reason. See, Ram saying you have a right to object, yes. But not only that right, coming with that right is a responsibility. To tell me how, to tell me why, what is it? And as Sri Ram is saying, I'm speaking dispassionately. When you have to speak also, you must speak also dispassionately. Not colored in your mind what you think, what you feel, what you want. Is more than that. This is difficult to live by in devotees. Analyzing today's society. Very, very difficult to live by. But this is spirituality. Not praying day and night. No? These practices, how you live, these practices, the daily conduct, etc. These things are to spirituality. So you have to ask yourselves, as I say, look into this mirror, where do you fit? Now devotees, Sri Ram explained, he laid the parameters, so to speak. And just one point only I'm going to make that he mentioned to all of us. And devotee, this is very important to bear in mind, and this is where the focus really is. Sri Ram is saying, after having established all his parameters and so on, he said, listen, oh friends, बड़े भाग्य मानुष तनु पाया, बड़े भाग्य मानुष तनु पावा, सुर दुर्लभ सत्ग्रंथन तवा। पायना जय परलोक सवरा, लोक सवरा रमलोक सवरा, पायन जय परलोक सवरा। बड़े भाग्य मानुष तनु पावा. So devotees, I'm going to make the points without too much elaboration. You are intelligent people, focus. Out of the 8,400,000 species of creation, Sri Ram is saying, Bade Bhagya, Manush Tanu Pava. It is with great blessedness that one is born as a human being. The holy books have declared even the Devatas would gladly assume human form, but it's difficult for them. Devataon ko bhi durlabh hai. So the human form is blessed. Now devotees, Sri Ram did not qualify that statement by saying whether that form has to be of any ethnicity, any religious persuasion, any size, shape, whatever. None of these qualifications. But a bhagi manush tanupava, human being, which means that everybody, all human beings, you are blessed. The Lord doesn't discriminate in this way. So I want to put it to you that, in this way we are all blessed, we are all born as, we're going to say equal, as people say. They want equality. Let's take it. So to be born as a human being, you are blessed. But what is the purpose of the human form? Sadhan dham moksha ka dwar. It is the abode in which one should perform sadhan, spiritual discipline. You are on the doorway to liberation, moksha ka dwar. Moksha, freedom from bondage. So in other words, the human form is given to us one step away, one footstep away from that state of freedom from bondage, liberation. But sadhan, you have to perform sadhan. Sadhan, spiritual discipline. Now devotees, three factors. They're called sadhya, sadhan, and sadhak. Sadhya, the ultimate objective. You may think the ultimate objective is to get a house, land, money, name, fame. But as we keep saying, we have been saying it so often recently, you die and leave all that and you go. That is fickle and fey. If that was reality, it would stay with you, you would stay with it. It's not. The ultimate state of realization is that is the ultimate objective. Ultimate state of, that supreme state of realization. Aham Brahmasmi, I am divinity. Realization. Self-realization, which is equivalent to God realization. Everything we do all in between, these are just means. Sometimes it's not even towards that end, but it helps, because when you go after something and it causes you pain, you realize that is not what you're looking for. And so to everything in this world is going to cause you pain. Everything. At some point in time. And through the process of negation, you're going to let go. You're going to let go. But if you're not aware, then you're lost. So devotees, the ultimate objective in life, we have to establish it, moksha, freedom from bondage, freedom from attachment. That's the ultimate objective. As long as we are attached, as we mentioned earlier, you have problems, bound to have problems. Attachment creates our problems. Freedom from bondage is what we need to acquire. So here Sri Ram is mentioning this, you are on the doorway to paradise, as we say. Not use the word paradise, but freedom from bondage. So you have to perform sadhana. So the sad here is that ultimate objective, self-realization. Self-realization. It's difficult for us to conceptualize that when you're caught up in Maya Jal. But all this is why you see in life there are disappointments, frustrations, grief, all these different kind of what we call negativities. They help us to turn our minds away from the world. And then you realize that who is your companion? Sri Ram, no one else. No one else. But devotees, everybody will reach there one day, but my thing is, time is being wasted. If I can't understand that now and get in that journey now, you know how long again it will take me? And the kind of problems I have to undergo, the challenges I have to undergo. Do I like all this form of pain? The quicker I learn, the quicker I graduate. And if you don't want to learn, well, no problem, stay right there. You will have plenty of friends. You know why? Because every class, you're staying 5 years. So plenty of friends you have. 5 years in Donsi class. You're not learning. You stay right there. Or do you want to go forward and graduate? And go out into the vast expanse of beauty that exists. It depends on us devotees. So, the sadhak is each one of us. And the sadhan is what we do to attain the sadhya. Not eat, drink, make merry when you're dead bury. That is not sadhan. That is not sadhan. All the practices we carry out, like what we are doing here, all the celebrations we have, if you take the inner meaning of it, the jap, all the yoga, the tapasya we do, tap, brat, all these things, sadhan, these things, simiti, step by step, degree by degree, will bring us to that point of freedom from bondage. But until then, devotees, we're all hooked up. But Sri Ram is saying, look at what is happening now. So we have the body, we are the sadhak. The sadhan, all the scriptures give us that. The sadhya is established, it is established. But what happens? Paina jai parloka savara. But when a person assumes a human form, and that parlok, that supreme state, he doesn't attain it. He fails to attain it. Then the reasons come fast and thick. Reasons, what he called reasons. What reasons are given, devotees? परत दुख पावई शिर धुनि धुनि पछताय सो परत दुख पावई शिर धुनि धुनि पछताय हे रामा शिर धुनि धुनि पछताय कालहि कर्महि ईश्वरहि मिथ्या दोष लगाय सिया कति रामचंद्र very important. Every single word of the Lord is important, devotees. But certain words should impact, perhaps with a greater impact upon our minds. He says, so parata dukkha pavai. When that person who, being born as a human being, you do not reach to the state of fulfillment spiritually. So parata dukkha pavai. You'll be in a state of unhappiness. Great unhappiness and regret. Shir dhun dhun pachitai. You will shake your head from side to side in regret. Oh, bhai, here the excuse. You know why I couldn't reach there? You know why I didn't reach there? You know why this didn't happen? You know why that? Kal hi karma hi ishwari hi mithya dosh lagai. They blame time. What I could do, bhai, now is Kali Yug. This is what happened. I'm sure you've been hearing that. The time like that self. I can't go forward. Bad things, you know, the time is against me. Karma. What I could do, bhai, is karma. Jaisa karni, vaisa bharni. Oh, boy, bhai, what I would say is what God wants, yes? Is what God wants happens. But what Sri Ram is saying, mithya dosh lagai, false blame. Now we have all heard this, eh? What happened to you is your karma, right? The time to plant, the time to reap, etc., etc., time. Oh, God, nothing, nothing happens beyond His will. We have been hearing these things. And therefore, superficially, we blame these factors. Let's analyze it, devotees. Time doesn't victimize anybody. Time is the most powerful force. Do you think time has time? I mean, who's time? What is time? Time looking at Haridev? Time looking at Mohan? Wasting time looking at me? Time exists, time functions, time is a power. Time doesn't discriminate against anybody. And time doesn't make anything bad, devotees. We come to the point, what makes everything bad? What makes everything fail? Not time. Time is always there, the most powerful force. Today you suffering, somebody else right there enjoying life. Time victimizing you? Don't want me no stupid about time? Now, sometimes many of us believe in good time and bad time. Yes, but you know something? If a person surrenders to that Lord unconditionally, when is bad time? When is good time? You know how many times somebody died, Guruji, dead in good time? You have a good time to dead? But you're obsessed with that. You're obsessed with that. You know why? Because we are slaves to our senses. I'll come back to that. We are slaves to our senses. We have not unconditionally surrendered. We are victims to circumstances. So therefore we are caught up in this. If you really put your mind and become one with that Lord, when is good time, when is bad time? Remember, I'll give my little story. A little boy lived with his guru. And you know, he went one day, normally we go and collect various things to bring back to Gurukul. So there was a Jyotisi, an astrologer, who didn't have no customers at that point in time now. No client. So he sit by his side, he wrote, this happened in India. It's happened in Trinidad too. Shagona's market and go Lucy. Devotees call him, hey, come. Watch him. He said, you know what? 1 year from today you will die. He told the little boy that. You will die 1 year from today. Boy very frightened. Gone home looking very depressed. Guru asked why. He explained to the Guru. Guru said, don't worry about that, boy. Beta, don't worry about that. And devotees, at the appointed date that the astrologer said, I'm not saying he was wrong, at the appointed date, that was calculated and so on, the Guru told the young boy, he said, I don't want to leave the ashram. Stay here. Stay for the whole day. Don't leave my company. Stay with me. And devotees, the boy stayed whole day. Next day, Guru said, go ahead now. When the fellow went out next day, he passed by the same astrologer. But you could imagine how scared he get. He think he's seen spirit. The boy supposed to be dead yesterday. Because he remembered. He called him and said, hey, come. You ain't dead yet? The boy said, I do think so. What happened? How come? What happened yesterday? Then the boy said, my Guru just told me to stay with him. I stayed in his company. Nothing happened. Look, I'm still here. The astrologer was flabbergasted. How could this be? In other words, he wasn't wrong what he checked, you know. But what was beyond that, devotees? Spirituality. The power of the Guru. Staying in the Guru's company. These are things we have to understand. This is why association is important. Very, very important. Very important. You stray, you get grind up. Abhishek the Jata, no? Every year, what do you call it? Indian Arrival Day, come back again. They bring up all them old equipment and show you. But they don't think about the philosophy. One stone flat, next stone on top it. You have to grind rice, right? The rice that strays from the middle, they are ground to powder. The rice that stays close to the middle remain whole. That middle part is part of spirituality. holy ones, genuine holy ones. You are protected. You see? So what time? What I'm saying, time is yet, whatever happens in time, but the vote is how we live. The individual is important. I'm stressing the point, the spirituality, the individual, what we do. Right? Karma. Karma. Jaisa karni vaisa bharni. Newton's third law. Perfectly correct. But karma happens on its own. Huh? Or there's a doer. Devotees, there's a doer. There's activity. You know, all these things, Gita tells us all these things. Actions cannot happen unless you create the actions. So, do you blame the karma or do you blame the creator of the karma? See, I'm making the point. You don't blame karma superficially. You are the one who created the karma, good or bad. You are responsible. And early on in Ramayana, Lakshman told Nishad, nobody makes anybody happy, no one happy. It is your own karma that caused everything to happen to you. People are merely facilitators. You grinding up, eating up yourself because of somebody else. That's your karma. Don't blame the person. This is part of our problem. We like to blame. This is why we always have trouble. Devotees, karma is important. But more important than the karma itself is the doer, the person who creates the karma, you and I. And if we create karma, and our karma is done with a sense of, without a sense of doership, I can do anything. No man can remain inactive even for a second. But when there is an I, sense of doership, I put myself in bondage. Then karmas come back. If I act without a sense of doership, nothing happens. That karma is ineffective. It doesn't have a reaction. Scriptures tell us that. So you don't blame karma, blame the attitude. Each of us, the human form, this great form we have, what we do with it. And God, what God wants. Jaisa karni, vaisa bharni. The cosmological law, right? What seed you plant, you get that fruit. That's what God wants. What you plant, you're going to get that. He is the impartial witness. Gita says, Bhagavan said, I don't make anybody do anything, nor stop them from doing anything. I am the impartial witness. Except if I unconditionally surrender to that Lord. And I keep saying this over and over. You have to understand what it means. Unconditional surrender. You don't question God. You don't question, like Prahalad. I'd like to give the example. That is the only way that the Lord is responsible, not otherwise. Not otherwise. Nature, Prakriti takes charge of everything. In other words, every one of us devotee, whatever is happening to us, we created. It's not God. Not God. He is the impartial witness. So Bhagavan is saying, mithya dosh lagai, false blame. False blame. In other words, devotees, you have to take responsibility. Each person. Understand this. You create your own destiny. It's not God, it's not anybody else, it's you. Each person. Right? You're on your own. All this is on your own. I can't make you do anything good or bad. If God can't, you think I could? We'll try to put systems in place, but man is very wayward. He tends to believe he can do whatever he wants and expects to have all the results in life positively. It never happens. Law of cause and effect is there. But remember, without you as a person present, what is time? What is karma? If you don't exist, what is time? Time may mean anything. You don't exist. Karma doesn't mean anything. You don't perform karma. And God receives impartial witness. So in other words, what the Lord is telling us, we are blessed to have this greatest gift of all, but it's what we do with it. What I am is my gift. What I am is God's gift to me. What I make of myself is my gift to God. Now many of us, young men, would dress up and think, look nice, fix your hair for a girl. In time to come, the girl kick you one side. That doesn't happen. Same thing with boys, girls also. We dolls up and for people all around us who are very fickle and fey. Right? Sometimes even your own children, even your own parents, the different attitudes they display, the human weakness. What are you worrying about that? What you make of yourself is a gift to God. You got a gift from God. True parents. You show them respect, everything else. But devotees, what you make of yourself is your gift to God. And you have to ask yourselves what you're making of yourselves. God has given us everything. So let's go back. What is everything, devotees? Again, I'll just go through quickly. Everybody is made up in the same way. This is the equality I speak about. Every human being is made in the same way. Panchatattva, the 5 main elements: ether, air, fire, water, and earth. Everybody made with that. Panchatattva. We have the 5 tanmatras. Tanmatras, there is sight, sound, touch, etc. The tanmatras, the abode of sound, abode of sight, abode of touch, abode of scent, etc. They are called the tanmatras. Exist in us. So 5, the Panchatattva, the 5 tanmatras. 5 organs of action. The hands, the feet, organs of excretion, reproduction, and the tongue. 5 karamindriya. 5 jnanindriya, sense of hearing, sense of sight, olfactory sense of taste, and tactile sense. Everybody has those. The antahakaran, manak, buddhi, hankar, and putinchit. And devotees, you have prakriti, shakti, energy. Energy is everywhere. Energy is the cause of everything, as we see. And then Purush. You are Purush. Divinity. Atma hai. The divine. Purush. Vedanta says these are 25 tattvas. Everybody creates like that. And what causes the differences, devotee, if I may go to Shaivism? Shaivism said there are 6 kanchukas or 6 limitations. 1, Maya. What is Maya? The illusion of individuality. They tend to believe that I separate from everybody else. You're not seeing the oneness of the universe. And I say, I'm not going to elaborate. Maybe as we go along, we could talk more of these things. But Maya is the illusion of individuality. So now I'm an individual. So then, Nayati, limitation of place. I live in Arangwes. Kal, time. I have 73 years. Vidya, I'm a pandit. Nothing more than that. Knowledge, limitation. Attachment, rag, limitation. Sometimes we want something. I need this, I need that. What you need? Everybody's complete. But we look at the material sense. Creativity, kala. These are what you call these 6 kanchukas that bring about the limitations in everybody. Why we make ourselves different now. Different. And Shaivism gives us 5 more. You know, Shuddha Vidya, right? Ishwar, Sadashiv, Shakti and Prakriti. We'll talk Shiva and Shakti and Shiva. Yes. We'll talk about this maybe coming close to the Shivratri. Shaivism gave us 36 tattvas, Vedanta 25 tattvas. But the point I want to make is that all of us are made up in the same way. There are 5 sheets: Annamaya Kosh, Pranamaya Kosh, Manamaya Kosh, Vijnanamaya Kosh, Anandamaya Kosh. That is not who you are. Food sheet, air sheet, mind sheet, knowledge sheet, blissful sheet. Like 5 gateways to enter to find that inner light, Atma. Everybody made up the same way. From that point, we are all equal. Everybody born with this, we are all equal. But can I continue life and say we all have to be equal? If I struggle, I perform all this sadhan, I try to attain my sadhan, and you lazy, downright lazy, could we have equality? Huh? You want to get what you didn't work for? Life depends upon self-effort, devotee, what we do with our lives. And if you're content to remain just whatever you are, who changes that? I can't change it for you. But you have to understand. So when people talk about equality, you know, what is equality? You're born with all these things. But if I, because of past karmas, reach a certain level, and I push myself, I do plenty job, I do plenty tapasya, whatever else, I reach a certain point. You eating, drinking, making merry, the philosophy, when you're dead, you'll bury. You live in there, in the mud, like a worm in filth. How could there be equality? You're not making use of your special gift. And I tell you something, young people especially, you don't use it, you lose it. You lose it. Everybody has the capacity in them to reach to the greatest height. But those who make the effort, those are the ones who reach. Self-effort. God helps those who help themselves. You can't do a whole set of nonsense and sit down and pray, God, oh God help me, God help me. You're fooling yourself. Fooling yourself. So devotees, we have begun a new year 2024. Isn't that so? Right? So why I'm saying that we're all here, we are lucky to be here. Many are not lucky to be here, they have gone. But they're going to come back. They're going to come back. We may say they may not be lucky, but perhaps they're very lucky. To go and to come back in a different environment may be better than what we have here. We don't know. we are speculating. But what I am saying is that, we must become aware devotees. Now, self-esteem is important. Everybody is special. Everybody. And sometimes I try to make myself feel more special, but by what do? I knock somebody else. He donkey, he no good. He try to knock somebody down to make myself feel better. And one of the ancient philosophers said, if you take a stone and knock it against a gold cup, it doesn't increase the value of the stone. Neither does it decrease the value of the gold. Stone is stone and gold is gold. In other words, don't try to put down somebody else to make yourself feel good. Make yourself feel good. As a matter of fact, the person who puts down other people, right, he himself is never in a good position because he doesn't feel good about himself. Life is like an open book. I can tell you about you. The more I criticize you, the more I condemn you, the more I vilify you, the more I show to the world how deficient I am within myself. Life is like an open book. Nothing is hidden. So devotees, the opportunities are there. It's for us to make use of it. A few things we keep saying. Time, tide, opportunity, wait on no man. जो कल करना सो आज कर ले, जो आज करना सो अब कर ले. Don't put off for tomorrow what can be done today. The good things in life. Devotees, we don't have enough time. We all know that. I can put off the negative things for tomorrow. You see the good things? Do it now. Don't let me waste time now. Don't let me waste time. I'm going to have the opportunity again. It might come back at some other time, but remember, time is lost. Time is lost. So devotees, I'm putting this to all of us. We have lying ahead of us our whole lives, and young people especially. There are many years ahead of you, hopefully. Make every moment count. And too many of our young people get involved in things that destroy them. Drug addiction, smoking ganja, coke, liming, gambling, all the vices that destroy them. And when they fall flat, they want to know why. This is why I say if you don't use it, you lose it. When you live that kind of life, you know what's going to happen? When you're coming back, you're going to come back, not as a human being, down below. Forms of repentance. This is why I said if you don't use it, you lose it. So devotees, this human form is unique, is the best amongst all forms of creation. But the karmas we do make us different. Amongst the human society, we have many animals without horn and tail. But they exist, the karmas not bad. Yeah? And I've been saying over and over society, when I read about that huge iceberg that broke away from the Antarctic shelf, and look at how huge it is, like how many New York cities put together. But you know what crossed my mind? 1/3 of the iceberg you see on top, 2/3 underneath. Society is like that. 1/3 you see on top, looking nice, painting, as I say. How beautifully painted but termite ridden. What about the 2/3 underneath? That you feel nobody is seeing. Devotees, what are we? Who are we? I want you to do some soul searching, everybody. You on your own. I can't help you, you can't help me. But remember, I am blessed, you are blessed. Self-esteem, self-worth, everything about you, motivation, everything must be there for you. You make your choices, you destroy yourself, or you lift yourself to the highest abode. Decide what you want to do, devotees. But what I will ask you to do, as I push it to wrap it up here, remember that everything is in the body. Why the body is so unique? Yatha pinde tatha brahmande. As in a microcosm, so the macrocosm. Man is made in the image and likeness of God, meaning what? Not a physical thing. The principles of creation all lie inside of me. If I could discover this, go inside, I discover the principles of the universe. Even divinity is inside. So remember the simple bhajan. Remember it, the simple bhajan. Ghat ka karu vichar sadhu. Don't have time to worry about anybody's business among devotees. You have inside of you everything to worry about. This ghat, this jar inside of us, everything inside of here. And no matter how much time I say, the people say, Guruji, why them you do so? Why are you asking me that? That's not my business. It shouldn't be yours either. Think about what you're doing. I'm minding my business. I'm putting whatever it is, like rain showering, where flood, where fertilize. I'm doing what I have to do. But for me, I'm not worrying about anybody. I'm doing what I have to do. My selfishness? You bet. If I don't take care of me, who will? Spiritually. So devotees, everything inside. Ganga, Jamuna, the Triveni, as the bhajan says, rivers, mountains, the sun, the moon, the stars, the thunder, the three devata, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, everything is inside. Ghat karu vichar sadhu. Go inside. Look for that. Search. Self-analysis. Ghat ka karo vichar sadhu. Ghat ka karo vichar de. Ghat ka karo vichar sadhu. Ghat ka karo vichar de. Ghat ka karo vichar sadhu. Ghat ka karo vichar de. घट में गंगा घट में जमुना त्रिवेणी की धार रे घट में गंगा घट में जमुना त्रिवेणी की धार रे घट में नदिया पर्वत सागर घट में नदिया पर्वत सागर घट में बाग बहार सरू घट का करो विचार रे घट का करो विचार सरू घट का करो विचार रे घट में सूरज घट में तारे घट में चंद्र उजाड़ रे घट में सूरज घट में तारे घट में चंद्र उजाड़ रे घट में बिजली चमक सुहावे घट में बिजली चमक सुहावे गरजत मेघ अपार सरू घट का करो विचार घट का करो विचार सरू घट का करो विचार रे घट में तीनों देव विराजे ब्रह्मा शंभु मुरारे घट में तीनों देव विराजे ब्रह्मा शंभु मुरारी रे घट में पूर्ण ब्रह्म निरंजन घट में पूर्ण ब्रह्म निरंजन सब जग सर्जनहार सरू घट का करो विचार रे घट का करो विचार सरू घट का करो विचार रे जो ब्रह्मा ने सोई पिंडे मन में निश्चय धार रे जो ब्रह्मा ने सोई पिंडे मन में निश्चय धार रे ब्रह्मानंद युलत सुरती को ब्रह्मानंद युलत सुरती को देखो सकल निहार सरू घट का करो विचार रे घट का करो विचार सरू घट का करो विचार रे घट का करो विचार सरू घट का करो विचार रे घट का करो विचार रे घट का करो विचार रे So devotees, I would like you to just remember this ghat, this kalsa we have here, this jar, study it. Go inside. Plenty things. All the secrets of the universe right here. All the powers right inside here. This is why I said everybody is unique, everybody is special. Devotees, you know, when you could have somebody identical to you? Identical. Now, even if you have identical twins, you're not identical. Physically, they may be so, but they're different. The only time you could have somebody identical to you, identical in all ways, is if that person was born 432,000 years from the time you were born at the same point in space. How practical would that be? Because it would mean all the astrological settings identical and perfect at that point in time, if you're in the same point in space. I'm just trying to point out to you how each person is unique now. You're unique, each person special. But you don't have to play special, you know, you can't behave bad. Remember how unique you are. But in a spiritual sense, grow. Grow, devotees. Grow spiritually. We still have all the negativities, hate, anger, lust, greed, jealousy, rivalry. All the negativities still bombarding us. Are we growing? Like gem, but muck is covering it. You have a chance to clean yourself out, devotees. Purify yourself. Just remember who you are, what you are. You are special, you are unique. Don't let it be ego. But if I am special, I am unique, everybody else is likewise. If I am okay, you are okay. We are all okay. Cut out the nonsense of trying to condemn each other, vilify, etc. Devotees, all these things scriptures have been telling us. But we seem to thrive on that. You think you're thriving on that? No. The more you do that, the more you sink. The more you sink. Don't look backwards. Aage chale. Be positive. Okay, devotees? So I want to leave you with that. And I can't put this simpler than that. Just that sometimes when I look around and I interact and I hear certain things, it is with a sense of disappointment. Now I have to work on myself with that too. You know why? Because asha dukhasya karanam. I have expectations that people may be different than whatever else. But believe me, maybe my expectations are too high. Too high. So I have to work on myself. So I'm working on myself. I want everybody to work on yourselves. Because remember, as I said, nobody could do it for you. Nobody. While we make preparation for the final Havan, simple Sri Ram mantra as we conclude this morning's devotions. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram 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 Jai 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 Havan. Little bit in the fire each time, Mohan. Feed the fire. Om Ganganapati Namah Swaha. Shri Gauri Mata Swaha. Shri Prithvi Mata Swaha. Shri Pancharupali Vaya Swaha. Om Namo Narayanaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha. Shri Suryari Navgrahadevaya Swaha. Brahmagnaye Namah Swaha. Om Hrim Sim Chandikaya Namah Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Om Shri Ishwari Devi Swaha. Om Shri Parameshwari Devi Swaha. Om Shri Shitala Devi Swaha. Om Shri Mahanyapurna Devi Swaha. Om Shri Mangala Devi Swaha. Om Shri Chandi Devi Swaha. Om Shri Mansa Devi Swaha. Om Hrim Shashti Devyai Swaha. Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Hanumate Namah Swaha. Sita Ramachandrai Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Radha Krishnai Namah Swaha. Om Shri Ishtadevai Swaha. Om Shri Kuldevai Swaha. Shri Asthandevai Swaha. Om Shri Gram Devai Swaha. Om Shri Itarkaram Pradhan Devai Swaha. 5 times again. Vastu Devai Swaha. 33 crore Devta Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Sarva Devta Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Anand Swarupai Brahmane Namah Swaha. Om Shri Guruve Namah Swaha. Wash out your hands. Please all stand, devotees. We perform Purnahuti. Final offerings we conclude all morning's devotions. Concentrate on Bhagavan Shankar. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayubhavaya Cha. Namah Sankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha. Shivaya Cha Shivtaraya Cha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Purnamidah Purnamidam. Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Achman. Om Sarva Papaharam Divyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanam Chamaya Dattam Grahitam Purushotamaha Brahmagnaye Namaha Achmanam Samarpayami. Boli Sri Raja Ramachandra Ki Jai. We join together in Arti devotees. Om Jai Jagadisha Hare. Come for your vibhuti.
Om Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jagadisha Hare. Swami Jai Jagadisha Hare. Bhakta Jano Ki Sankat. Das Jano Ki Sankat. Shan mein dur kare. Om Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jo dhyaave phal paave dukh
सखी प्रभु त्रिविध तप निवारण हे विभु अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनुहरि ओम आवाहनं न जानामि विसर्जनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वर परमेश्वरी ओम गच्छ गच्छुरश्रेष्ठ स्वस्थानि परमेश्वर यत ब्रह्मादयो देवास्तत्र गच्छुतासन ओम लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजया येषामिन्दिवर्षां हृदयस्तु जनार्दन ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम गच्छ त्वं भगवन् अग्निस्वस्थानि कुन्दमध्यतः हुतम् आदाय देवेभ्यः शीघ्र देहि प्रसीद मे ओम ब्रह्मग्नये नमः ओम त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो बोलिए श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय उमापति महादेव की जय जगदम्बा माता की जय पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की शुभमस्तु ब्लेसिंग्स टू ऑल काइंडली बी सीटेड devotees
Swagatam or Sitaram. On behalf of Gyandipa Kirtan Mandali, it gives me great pleasure in extending a warm welcome to our first Sunday service of 2024. We would love to have you join with us for our Sunday services and of course to celebrate all the Hindu festivities throughout the year, starting with Saraswati Jayanti. Further details would be provided as we come closer to these events. Let's all celebrate birthdays, wedding anniversaries, achievements, whatever may it be, or even just to give thanks by sitting for Hawan on Sunday morning. You can contact one of the religious officers or committee members for further information. We hope to see everyone next Sunday as our services continue. Have a safe journey back home. Dhanyavad Al Sitaram.
Thank you, Praveen. And this morning, devotees, we want to say special blessings to Mohan Ramharak. He had puja earlier this week. He's performing Havan this morning. And it's all to give thanks for, retirement. He taught for 35 years at Macaulay government, right? 35 years, so he has done his part and he has now retired. So welcome to the group of us who are retired with nothing to do. But I'm sure you'll find yourself occupied. Blessings, Mohan, you have done your part and keep the journey going. It's wonderful to give thanks in this way. You have been serving society through the children and now you do it in a different way. So blessings and keep the journey going. May you have all success as you continue life further. Okay? Blessings. And devotees to all of you, blessings, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Yeah? We receive your prasad as you take your prasad. Mohan, stand up and tell them. Sitaram. Jai Sitaram. Devotees, we look forward to seeing you next week. Do join us as service continues.